Last Wednesday evening, I attended a vigil, this following the Highland Park massacre. Sitting next to me in the overcrowded sanctuary was a woman who had traveled from West Rogers Park in Chicago to be with her daughter, who lives in Highland Park. She had a thick Eastern European accent and fear in her eyes. She made it clear that she feels the weight of the danger and evil that assaulted all of us on July 4th, and she asked me, "Who will save us?" I thought about her profound question for a few moments and then realized the answer. "We will," I told her. That isn't new or insightful. It's simply the way it's always been. The cavalry isn't going to come over the hill, so we have to save ourselves. I wrote last Wednesday about what I believe the shooter hoped to accomplish, and that topic deserves more attention. It's reasonable to assume that he saw himself as having been victimized by people in his town. We don't know who he imagined were his victimizers, but judging by the random nature of his shooting, it didn't matter to him. He was quite content to shoot anybody in sight. And that makes fine pathological sense, because one of the things we know about victims is that most often they victimize others, often randomly. He wanted to stop hearts and injure people. He accomplished that. And he wanted to break your heart so that you would suffer pain as payback for whatever grievances he holds so tightly. He accomplished that too. And that's the point upon which everything turns. We have it in our power to heal our hearts and take action and thereby ensure he remains the loser. I wrote that we must never let the bad guys win, and I believe that way down deep inside. The way to make sure the bad guys don't win is to save ourselves, to hold one another in love and community, and it's to take action. The way for us to win and make the bad guys lose is to be what the signs and t-shirts say. Highland Park strong. Just like Boston strong. Just like Waukesha strong. And Uvalde strong. And Buffalo strong. And Parkland strong. And Sandy Hook strong. And all the rest. I'm not at a point where I can entertain forgiveness. The hurt is too close and too strong. And I'm just not that evolved. But I am definitely committed to being strong in the face of this and every mass horror. Strong for myself and others, strong for our community, and strong for our country. I will not let the bad guys win. From Lee Goodman, head of Peaceful Communities. We will seek comfort and healing, and we will support one another and our communities. The one thing we cannot do is give up. We are in this together. We will stand strong together, and we will find safety together, including for that frightened woman from West Rogers Park. We will hold vigils, and we will hold hands, and we will find the way to save ourselves from those who would hurt us. Here's how. Activist Nancy Cohn makes it clear that our safety will come as a result of electing people who will do the will of we the people. Things like enacting laws with teeth to protect us from those who would do us harm. She writes, Congressman Eric Swalwell reminds us that the NRA, which he rightly calls an evil terrorist organization, doesn't cast any votes in Congress. Senators and representatives cast votes, and they can only do that, cast the right votes, if we elect them. In the end, our votes are the most powerful weapon we can yield. We have taken small but important steps towards sensible gun safety laws. It's time to elect people who will do much, much more. Click the links in the written post for must-watch explainers. We will not give up. We will not give in. We will not let the bad guys harden our hearts or continue to use our communities as shooting galleries. And we won't let them chip it away at our country. We will vote, and we will encourage others to vote. And we'll support the right candidates so that we come to be represented by people who stand for America, not the gun lobby. We stand Highland Park strong. I'm Jack Altshuler.